I am gonna play on the world again. There we go. Yeah.
Mikami Satoru is a 37-year-old average Joe living a decent and uneventful life in present-day Tokyo. And his biggest achievement is that he still has not lost his virginity. He obviously feels a little jealous when Austin Jr. introduces him to his charming fiancée, and they want to take him out for lunch to celebrate their engagement. But just then, the crazed attacker runs towards them with a sharp knife, and Satoru pushes his junior out of harm's way.
I'm actually gonna go adventure.
The blow is severe and makes him feel hot. He says that he does not want it. Suddenly, a voice inside his head replies that it understood the instructions, and that he has been given no resistance now. He does not have any idea about what is going on, and as he thinks about all the things he does not want, he gets resistance against them. The voice tells him that he is now resistant to stabbing and other physical damage, pain, and even cold. The newly acquired cold resistance combines with heat resistance and becomes thermal fluctuation resistance. But as Seijiro realizes that he is definitely going to die, he tells his junior to destroy the hard disk in his personal computer. Our dude has got his priorities straight. He still regrets that he was going to die a virgin. If he gets a chance to be reborn, he wants to be more aggressive and go after everyone he sees. The voice in his head hears him and gives him the unique skill Predator, just not the kind of predator you see on the news. It seems losing too much blood has made Satoru delirious, and he says that if someone was a virgin at his age, he should be compared to a sage, and he had the potential to be a great sage. The voice hears him yet again and gives him the unique skill, Great Sage. Going by this logic, even I deserve to be called a sage. Where's my skill? Satoru finally has a moment to notice the voice in his head and tells him to shut up and give him a moment of peace. But he has finally lost the last bits of his HP, and now it's game over. But then a new life starts for him, one in a world he has no idea about. A world full of magic around him. But right now, our hero cannot even the last thing he remembered was hearing a voice in his head. And then he remembered that he was already dead. But the only time he panicked was when he cracked his pants. Last time he did the same thing, but he did not return to school that day. He is reincarnated as a slime and is in a cage, but it takes him some trial and error to recognize that he has no senses except touch. The biggest clues to his condition is the fact that he can't just inside his body as soon as he touches it, and that his body is not formless, elastic, and bouncy. The moment he confirms that he is slime, he is quite excited, but he gets used to it pretty quickly. His new body is quite illuminated, but he does not notice that he is invisible.
Wait,
He feels the plants
Jesus,
around
I
him,
have to get
solely
back.
because there's nothing else to do. He does not sleep anything in wonder that he is born. He has an
That
answer for
fucking
himself
voice is
inside
so
his head.
stupid.
He went into his limitless stomach as part of his unique skill, Predator. He learned that the voice is the effect of his second unique skill, Great Sage, which is basically like his Alexa, so that is what we are going to call it.
Dude.
He learns about the skill Predator, using which he can eat anything, analyze as
Dude,
it
this
is, and
fucking
even
horse.
alter its appearance. He tested out on the plants he just ate and
At
realized
this
that they were
point, I'll
poisonous.
just get in the
The Predator was
horse.
stored only in areas rich in magic tools and was used as an ingredient in many potions. Satoru asks the Great Sage for Alexa, which gives magicutes to him like he is Spock, and she tells him that magic plants are the building blocks of all life. He arrives at the conclusion that he can store medicine potions inside his body, which Alexa affirms. So he decides to eat every last plant in the cave and store it to use later. He then finds a glowing rock called the Magistone Ore, which is quite valuable, and eats it all too. In his eating spree, he loses balance and falls into a lake, only to find that slime can't float. But thankfully, the lake is not that deep, or he might have imploded. He has a clever idea and uses water as a jet stream to propel himself, and just by doing that, he acquires a skill to do just that. He loses control and launches himself straight towards an invisible barrier. He feels the impact, but no pain, and Alexa informs him that he has pain nullification ability, but will still get damage from impacts. But then someone calls him Little One the entire cave. But his rage turns into amusement when he realizes that the little slime did not see him. The stranger tells our hero that he will give him his sight, but there are two conditions for that. First, he should not forget him when he sees him. Second, he will have to talk with him privately. He only needs that because he has been sealed here for 300 years and has gotten incredibly well alone. But the slime accepts his deal and the stranger tells him about magic sense, a skill he could use to
There we go. My base should be over here in this jungle somewhere. I'm pretty sure. Yep, there it is.
He goes back to see the stranger, and it seems that he's going to break the first condition of the deal right away. He's terrified as he sees a majestic dragon in front of him, who fully introduces himself as the explorer dragon Veldora. Four true dragons in Veldora is curious.
There we go. I need a bed.
Human souls are not strong enough to bear the stress of transportation. But it did not mean that they from another universe did not come here. They came here along with their bodies as other worlders and gained special abilities when they returned. Our hero is glad to learn that he might find some compatriots here, and he thinks he should go and find them. But since this makes Vel upset, the slime decides to accompany him for a little while longer. He then excitedly recites his story. 300 years ago, he burned down the city by mistake, and a human hero blessed with divine power came and defeated him. Even though Vel underestimated the hero initially, she was powerful enough to defeat him, even when he was serious, and then she used a powerful binding spell called Unlimited Imprisonment to capture him here. The hero is a summon, which was different from regular otherworlders. It took 30 powerful mages to perform a ritual over many days to summon a warrior from another world who gained extreme power. The curse was carved into the souls of the summons, so that they could not go against their summoner. Our hero thinks that this is quite cool, and learns that this world follows the principle of survival of the fittest. But then he thinks about how a woman dwarf who was just as he had not had a girlfriend for 37 years, and Vel was alone for 300 years. His boredom and loneliness were unimaginable. And so our kind-hearted hero says that they should become friends, and the dragon turns out to be Insundir. He first roars saying how a mere slime could try to be friends with him, but then he blushes while saying that if he insists so much, it could be considered. Luckily, our hero has understood his nature and tells Vel that he insists on being friends with him. They shake hands and become friends, even though it is embarrassing for them to talk about it at their age. Now that they are friends, our hero feels even worse about the dragon's imprisonment, and the latter is touched. He says that he has only 100 years worth of magic left before his power runs out and he dies, and he will be grateful that the slime can help him find a way out. Our hero does not have a solid plan, so he plays it by ear and tries to devour the unlimited imprisonment using Predator, but fails. Alexa starts to check for possibilities and arrives at the conclusion that if the prison can be analyzed from both inside and outside, they may have a chance to break it. Vel can't analyze it from the inside because his skills are sealed too, but he can still give the data to the slime. But that is going to take a long time, and our hero has plans to find more otherworlders. So he gives Vel a suggestion. He says he wants him to get inside his stomach. He's already taking their bromance to new heights. His plan is to use his skill with Predator to analyze the prison from the outside, while Veldora tries to break it from the inside. And since he will be in his stomach, he will not disappear, because the prison cannot be broken. Vel is quite trusting, and he thinks that this way to break the prison with friends sounds more fun than waiting for things to happen. But before they can get to that, he wants to get his slime friend a name, which will grant him divine protection. And he wants to get a name for him in return too, as that will be like a family name that plays on their souls to prove they are equal. Vel wants a cool last name, and since he is the Storm Dragon, our hero names him Tempest, which he feels is a fantastic last name and gladly accepts it. And then he names the slime Rimuru. They are now Rimuru Tempest and Veldora Tempest, friends and equals. As soon as our hero gets his new name, he undergoes a transformation, and even though nothing physically changed, it felt like something deep inside his soul changed. Now that he has a name, he starts the plan to free Vel from his unlimited imprisonment. He stretches and gobbles up the entire prison and gives Alexa the task of analyzing it. The disappearance of the catastrophe-class monster, Veldora, shakes the world. He was imprisoned in a great forest of Jura, which houses several countries, and Rimuru
must explore.
Now Rimuru wanders around the
Trying to
cave,
find
finding
new
an exit called
biomes.
plants and storing them in his belly. He plays
Wait,
around with water
I
a
want to
bit,
find the
and
desert.
slowly
That's what I want.
And now the three water
Hopefully
related
this is
skills
a
he's combined
desert
to become an
over
extra
here.
skill, water manipulation. In this way, he gains many more skills. Like a wise man has said,
What's over here anyway?
a few days later, he finds the first living creature in the cave aside from Bell. It is a monster called the Black Serpent, and even though Rimuru is scared initially, one hit of the water blade is enough to kill the snake. After that, he eats an analysis the snake. Even though he decided to hunt more of them to gather some useful skills. He fights an armored lizard, an evil centipede, a spider from the last
Here we go.
sticky threads and steel threads, which he uses to imitate Spider-Man and move around the cave with ease. Then he hunts a giant skill, which also gives him the ability to speak. In the cave, Rimuru finally comes to the door that is the exit. It suddenly opens, and he wonders if this is an automatic door, but that is not true. There are 3 adventurers here to scout the cave. Rimuru hides behind a rock and learns that they were here to investigate the increased activity of monsters after Bell's disappearance. He can understand them because of his magic sense and can even talk to them. But he gives up on communicating with them, fearing that they might turn violent. The party of the 3 adventurers turns invisible thanks to the scout's skill, and as they go inside the cave, Rimuru leaves. Outside, he sees the open sky after weeks of wanders in the forest and thinking about Bell. He wants to gather new interesting stories to tell him when he is back, and the beginning of the story arrives immediately. A group of goblins appear before him. They are armed and willing to fight, but more than that, they are scared. They call Rimuru the Strong One, and when he realizes that, he greets them, not realizing that his voice is too loud, so all the goblins are on their knees. They say that they know his power and implore him to turn the volume down. Rimuru asks them why they were here, and the leader replies that they came here because they sense a powerful monster, and Rimuru does not understand what they're talking about and does not clearly explain things. But now that they have witnessed his strength, they ask him for a favor. They lead him to a shoddy hut in the goblin village, and the frail and weak elder of the village and his son greet Rimuru. They treated Vel as their gods and kept the monsters and other dangers away. But he suddenly disappeared a month ago, and now monsters have begun to attack them. They had no way to fight back, and that is what they want Rimuru to help them with. They are certain that he is not just a mere slime, but it is not possible for anyone to believe it after seeing his aura. It is the first time Rimuru has heard about his aura, and so he looks at himself using his magic sense. A really intimidating aura is emanating from him, which is intense enough to make him sweat. Now he understands why the goblins were so afraid, but he acts as if he knew all along they were waiting for them to find him. He sucks his aura in and tells the village chief that he has potential, but that is just lip service. The chief tells him about the dire wolves who attacked their village and about the brave goblins who fought against them. They were led by a named Goblin, who was the chief's son and gave his life to deliver important information to the goblins. Rimuru learns that there are only 60 goblins capable of fighting, while the wolves are around 100. He feels pity for the goblins, but he cannot promise to help them so easily since he has to be careful about his position too. He asks the village chief what his compensation would be for saving the village. The goblins are poor and have nothing to give, so the chief bows down, saying that they can only offer their unwavering loyalty to Rimuru. He is moved and can't say no to people who have such high hopes for him. He tells the goblins that they do not need to panic. He will fight alongside them and protect them in place of his dreadful aura. The goblins are really grateful. They bow their heads, swearing their loyalty to him. Rimuru assembles all the goblins who can fight, but there are not many promising candidates there. He tries to boost their morale and rally them, and it is quite effective.
Baby panda, let's go.
The shed where all the injured fighters are being treated. As soon as he reaches the shed, Rimuru says
Actually, I might live around it.
throws the healing potions for the herbs he ate and spits them out completely healed. In this way, he heals all the injured goblins, and once again, the goblins are mesmerized by his abilities. With more allies to fight alongside, Rimuru decides to create a fence and fortify the village's defense. At night, the wolves rush to destroy the village and find goblins on watch in a makeshift fence. In front of them is Rimuru, feel menaced and howl loudly, giving the wolves a chance to run away. But instead of doing that, they bow down before Rimuru and yield to him. The war is won, but now the dire wolves have also become Rimuru's underlings, quickly forgetting the differences with the goblins. The numbers of the wolves match those of the goblins, and Rimuru decides to pair them up. He wants to take up the administrative jobs too, but has trouble addressing the goblins since they do not have names. Even though the chief says that they could communicate with each other even without names, Rimuru tells them that he wants them all just for his convenience. The goblins are shocked and super excited, like they have just won the lottery. They line up before Rimuru, with the chief leading the way. Rimuru learns that the name of the chief's son who died in the battle was Rigger, so he passes on that name to the second son of the chief. He also names the chief Rigger, and both the father and son are extremely grateful for this. For the rest of the goblins, he uses a simple template. He puts whatever sound comes to mind after the word gob and gives them names like Gapta, Gobchi, and so on. The goblins are very happy, and Rimuru feels guilty that he is not putting enough effort into their names. But then, Chief Rigger asks him if naming all the goblins at once was fine for Rimuru. But ignorance is bliss, and our hero thinks that there is no problem with it. The goblins are done, and it is the turn of the wolves. The first one in line is the boss's son, and Rimuru can tell from their wagging tails that none of the wolves seem to be holding a grudge against him. He names the boss's son Ranga, and then suddenly starts melting as he loses control of his body and his wooden wolves. There was a steep price to pay for their monsters. It consumed a lot of magic. This was what Rigger was about to tell him when he told him off while being blissfully ignorant.
It ain't my dad's razor, Dad. This green bar releases trapped hairs from my face. The ultimate Gillette shave.
Rimuru hit his limit, leading to the activation of sleep mode to recover his power. He is fully revived 3 days later, and a cute and well-known Belgian girl greets him. Rimuru has no idea who the girl is if there was anyone else who would have remembered her. The girl leaves to call Rigger, and Rimuru is in for a big shock as he sees him transformed into a tall, macho goblin. He asks him what happened here, and Rigger explains that normally monsters do not have a name, and naming a monster increases its rank and causes it to evolve. As soon as he says it, Ranga storms into the room, and now he is a unicorn dog who can brew up a storm just by wagging his tail. Rimuru goes outside to find that the goblins have evolved into a new species. The male goblins have turned into hobgoblins, and the females into goblins. And even though Rimuru was named just Ranga, all the wolves have evolved because they were connected and could share the name. They are no longer dire wolves, but have become Tempest wolves. Now Rimuru takes charge of the village and sets 3 rules everyone has to follow. Rule number 1, no attacking humans. Rule number 2, no fighting amongst themselves. And rule number 3, no belittling other races. The first rule is especially important because humans live in huge groups, and harming them could invite fierce retaliation that not even the powerful slime could handle. After that, Rimuru delegated the responsibilities of the village and declared Rigger the Goblin Lord, who was moved to tears on hearing this. Other goblins and wolves also get the duties of guards, gatherers, and hunters. But they have serious problems with shelter and clothing. A team of goblins gets a house that crumbles moments after it is completed, and Rimuru thinks that even bird nests are sturdier than this. Also, the clothes of the goblins are too revealing, but they have no craftsmen who can make them wear. However, there was a race with which they had traded before, and they were quite skilled at making a variety of items. These were the dwarves of Dworgen, who were known for their legendary craftsmanship and metallurgy skills. Rimuru is super excited and decides to contact them, and for that, he leaves for the city of dwarves along with a few goblins and wolves. A goblin named Gapta, who has been to Dworgen before, is acting as Rimuru's guide, while Rigger and 2 other goblins are his guards. At night, he asks Gapta about the Dwarven Kingdom, and he tells him that it is a technologically advanced modified cave system where dwarves, humans, elves, and other races live together. It seems that Rimuru has a type, and as soon as he hears about it, he cannot focus on anything else Gapta is saying. Dwarven was a city of free trade, and even monsters could enter. The king had absolutely banned fighting outside the gates, and a strong military force could ensure that law and order were maintained. It usually takes only 3 days on Wolfback, and as they reach the gate of Rimuru is only thinking about the beautiful elves instead of dwarf artisans. Well, men will be men. He decides to go to the city with only Gapta as his companion and joins the long crew. 2 human thugs come looking for trouble, and they plan to bully what they think is a team of a weak goblin and a slime. Rimuru tells them that he was a kind person or slime, and he was willing to let them bully a people. But the thugs are grossly underestimating him and calling him a weak, pitiful monster. That leaves Rimuru with no choice but to use his mimic skill to turn into a Tempest Star wolf like Ranga but larger. The thugs and their companions attack him, entry soon. But then a guard comes and informs him of an urgent situation in the mines where a monster has appeared and some craftsmen are injured and stuck inside. On top of that, they lack healing potions to treat them. But Rimuru comes to their rescue and gives them the healing potion. The head guard is good for and has no choice but to trust the slime guard. He wants to aid his friends with the healing potion, and Rimuru pass time eventually. The guard comes back at night and saves all three dwarves that were injured. They thank him, and soon the head guard lets Rimuru go. Hears him out and decides to introduce him to a skilled blacksmith. He takes him to the city, filled with power, and leads him to the master weapon, who is also the guard's elder brother. Rimuru finds the three dwarves saved them, and their boss is also very grateful to Rimuru. He hears his request to use some artisans for his village, but unfortunately, he has an impossible order to fulfill and can't spare any manpower. There is a possibility of war, and a minister has ordered him to deliver 20 magic longbows by the end of the week. Teijin wanted to refuse, but the minister made best of his pride, and he could not let that slide. This reminds Rimuru of his own boss in his previous life. Apart from not having enough time, the master blacksmith lacks enough materials. Rimuru realizes that the Magistone ore was the same thing he gobbled up in the cave. He laughs and spits it out, telling Cajun to use it, not just ore, but refined magisteel. The dwarf asks for the price of this precious resource, and all Rimuru wants is for him to send skilled artisans to their village to teach them important things. If that is all, the dwarves can get to work. Students do their assignments in college. Since Kaijin was solved, he throws a party especially for Rimuru, who did all the work. He is hesitant, but only until the dwarves tell him that they are going to a bar where all the servers are pretty elves. There is no way Rimuru can refuse this chance, and he hops on the plan. At the bar, he is mesmerized by the beautiful elves, who also find him cute and fight amongst themselves to hug him. Rimuru got that slime riz, and he gets to relax against some soft and bouncy pillows. This is the closest he has ever been to a girl. He cannot control his happiness and thinks that this is paradise. He wants this moment to last forever. The party carries on, and one elf lady tells Rimuru that she is quite skilled at fortune reading, and another suggests that they should find the one he is destined to be with. Rimuru wonders if his soulmate is going to be human or slime. The crystal ball shows him a Japanese-looking woman with a bunch of kids, and it looks like our hero is going to become a stepfather to all of them. But then a party pooper who goes by the name of Vesta comes into the bar. He was the same minister who gave Cajun the impossible order, and he is here to taunt him about it. It's a total Karen, and it seems
Finally, I'm back.
because he's not on good terms with the blacksmith. On top of that, he wants to talk to the manager of the allowing a low establishment. Rimuru is annoyed, but he doesn't want to mess up with a person in power. But Cajun has his back, and he also has some personal issues with the male Karen. He punches him hard and knocks him out, but now Rimuru is worried about the outcome. Cajun already has an idea. He thinks he is about to be exiled and decides to become one of the artisans that Rimuru will take back to his village. He's arrested by his own brother, and both of them seem way too casual about something that is going to create big headlines tomorrow. They are put in jail, and Gapta is still sleeping. I wonder how many hours till he breaks the world record. Cajun and his accomplices will go on trial, but he just laughs it off, saying that they will get free with fine. Cajun tells his story that he and the male Karen go way back. He once used to serve as a knight commander under the king, and Karen was his deputy. He was jealous of him. And when one of his ambitious projects failed, he put all responsibility on Cajun and even gave fake testimonials to make him quit his job. Even after this, the blacksmith has no hard feelings and thinks that he is not an evil person. Keeping the past aside, he signs a verbal contract with Rimuru, and his underlings also decide to follow him. The day of the trial comes, and they are Rimuru thinks that is really unfair. But then the king speaks to Kaijin and asks him if he would be interested in joining as a knight again. But he refuses, saying that he has already signed a contract that he will not break even if the king orders him. The king respects the master blacksmith and therefore changes the verdict to something that will only work out in his favor. He exiles Kaijin and his comrades, but doing that makes him sad too. And so Kaijin and the dwarf brothers are exiled, and they head out with Rimuru to the goblin village. But wait, Rimuru, I think you are forgetting something. It has been a few weeks since Rimuru returned from his working with Kaijin and his group, who are now hard at work developing the goblin village. Kaijin is a blacksmith, Garm is an armorsmith. Garm too is skilled in fine crafts, and he is an architect. Along with that, Rimuru was welcomed by 500 orc goblins who heard about him and gathered here for his protection. He initially wanted to turn them back, but when he asked Alexa, she told him that in the fight for dominance between the stronger species like orcs, ogres, and lizardmen, the goblins would be exterminated. So he took pity on them, took them all in, named them, and then slept with his energy. Also, Gapta became a teacher on how to summon wolves from the shadows. Because Rimuru left him hanging in the prison cell, he focused very hard to summon his wolf, freed himself, and safely joined Rimuru on his way home. And Rigurd got promoted to Goblin King with other goblin lords under him. And that somehow made him even more muscular and macho. He is there to inform Rimuru about some intruders in the village. They were humans and most probably scouts for some powerful nation looking to expand its boundaries. But it turns out to be a party that opened the door of the cave for Rimuru in episode 2. And there is also a rumor that the only king of fire in the group and takes
Look at this mess.
monsters chasing after them using
Want this or no?
and fire magic.
Yeah.
When she gets a sudden bout of weakness as the last remaining ant is about to attack her, Rimuru comes to her rescue and fries the ant using his new move, Black Lightning. The woman's mask flies off, and Rimuru finds she is the one he saw in the crystal ball. She is his soulmate Shizu, a skilled warrior who does things at her own pace. Even though the adventurers are initially taken aback by a taunting smile, they go to his village and they enjoy Rigurd's hospitality. But as he introduces himself as the master of the goblins, shocking the adventurers, Rimuru takes the chance to crack a joke that only Shizu gets because it is a reference from the world world. They thank him and introduce themselves. The average looking guy will call him Joe and his warrior is starting here. The blonde girl Erin is the wizard. And the third person looks really lazy, so we'll call him Sloth. Joe tells Rimuru about a nearby kingdom called Lumen, which was anxious because Eldora disappeared. So their guildmaster sent them here to investigate the great forest of Jura. He overshares quite a bit, but Rimuru is grateful for that information, and he also learns that neither the guild nor the kingdom should have any problem with them developing their own territory. It is nice to have guests, so Rimuru tells them to stay back.
Let's go a birch biome.
Shizu alone and thinks that it is the perfect
Maybe I
chance
should
to
get
have
some
a
birch
The
saplings.
king finds out that she is really from Japan and was summoned here during World War II when she was escaping with her mom from the air bombings. Rimuru says that's sad. Alexa play Despacito. No, he really doesn't know. He tells Alexa that he wants to do something to cheer her up. He uses thought communication and shows her how Japan has developed since the Second World War. She is really happy, but then she gets another stroke and puts her mask back on. Before Rimuru can ask anything, Keiji comes to take him for some important consultation and teases him all the way. The next morning, Rimuru finds Shizu at the same spot as yesterday and asks her if she likes her village and says that she is welcome to stay here as long as she wants. But she really has to go on a journey to find the man who summoned her and ask him some questions. Other than that, she might cause the villagers many difficulties. They will have no idea how to
Let's
deal with
go. This is what I wanted.
Let's
go.
Some things do not change no matter which world.
This is exactly what I
But then she
wanted.
just starts behaving strangely as the
Let's
strokes she
go.
suffers get more intense. She groans and writhes in pain, and then her mask cracks, releasing something powerful concealed inside her. A pillar of fire sprays smoke clouds that cover the entire sky, and Shizu starts levitating like she is being possessed by a ghost. And then she explodes and strong flames surround her. The adventurers realize that her real name is Shizu Aizawa, here famous as the Conqueror of Flames. She was ever peak 50 years ago and was supposed to be retired. So our hero fell for a granddaughter, but jokes aside, it appears that she can no longer control her flames, so Rimuru tells Rigurd and Rigurd to evacuate the villagers. He also orders Raiga to be on standby as they are going to fight soon. As her mask finally falls, Shizu loses the last bit of sanity. She was holding on to and transformed into Lightbringer, a greater fire spirit that was decides to end the battle for good using his unique skill, Predator, swallows him whole, effectively separating him from Shizu. And inside Rimuru's belly, Efren is terrified to meet Bell, who wants to be his next opponent. Shizu has become too weak after what happened earlier, and now Rimuru is by her side as she is resting. She thanks him for saving her and for stopping her from harming people she loved. And so she wants to tell him her story so that people can remember how she lived. She starts from the day when her village was on fire, and she was running away with her mother, when the flames suddenly surrounded her and she found herself in front of the demon Lord Leon, a powerful man with a cold and cruel gaze. He thought she was dead and deemed her a failed experiment. But seeing she was still alive despite suffering third-degree burns, he thought she had compatibility with fire. And so he summoned Ifrit and made him possess the girl's body. Leon immediately got to test his new weapon as a foolish birdman dared attack him to become a demon lord himself. On his command, Ifrit took control over Shizu's body and burned the bird till no traces of it remained. Leon was impressed and decided to change her name from Shizu to Shizu, and she became his royal aide, not that she had much choice in the matter. She also had a friend in the demon lord's residence and felt a someone like herself, and they found and adopted the golden fox cub. Things were going smoothly until one day her friend decided to take the fox pup into the residence, and he growled at Leon. Thinking of the pup as a threat, Ifrit took control over Shizu. She turned the pup as well as her friend into ash, and what she realized was she had just done, the little girl was scared for life. But she continued serving the demon lord as his closest aide for years, until one day the hero attacked and Leon fled, leaving Shizu as the rear guard. She fought the heroes alone very easily, and even though the hero had fought her easily, she did not do so. Instead, she offered a free therapy session to Shizu and told her that everything was alright now. The emotion she had lost came back to her, and she started crying as the hero decided to adopt her. She also gave Shizu the mask, which was capable of boosting her resistance and even suppressing the spirit of Ifrit inside her. Thanks to the hero, Shizu learned more about this world, and thanks to the mask, she learned to use Ifrit's power to some extent and became a hero herself, while trying to help those in need. But then one day, the hero suddenly disappeared without a trace and just told Shizu that they would definitely meet again someday. To fill the void in her life, Shizu decided to help everyone more, and people started calling her the new hero. But after doing so for decades, she grew old and found it difficult to suppress Ifrit, so she retired and became a school teacher for kids from other worlds in the kingdom of Thrasher. She enjoyed her time teaching the children and lived a peaceful life, and some of her students graduated and went on to be nobles, one of them even becoming a grandmaster, the one who oversees every guild in the country. Seeing that her students were already established and because controlling Ifrit was getting more difficult, Shizu left her job and started her last journey to find the man who summoned her and asked him some questions, and that journey led her here with some fun adventures. She asks Rimuru his real name and tells him her real name in exchange. And then she asks him for a favor. She wants him to make her just like a curse. She dislikes this world, but she cannot hate it enough to curse it, since she does not want to become a part of this world after her death. She wants Rimuru to consume her and let her rest inside his stomach. He accepts her request and decides to take up the journey she was leaving uncompleted. Shizu tells him that she probably wanted Leon Crawley, one of the most powerful demon lords, to acknowledge that she was human. And she wanted to know if there was a way to send the kids summoned here back to their worlds. She was losing strength too quickly, and Rimuru swears on one of his names that he will ask these questions to Leon. And as she thanks him, Shizu dies and her body turns old and frail. Rimuru uses his unique skill as a predator and slowly devours her, hoping she dreams happy dreams forever inside his stomach. And in fact, Shizu dreams of reuniting with her mother and living happily back in her own world in time. I'm not crying. The onion-cutting ninjas are on my road again. The adventure party and Rigger come to check up on Shizu, but they are stunned to find someone else there. Rigger and Wanda can easily identify that it was Rimuru, but the adventurers have a hard time believing that the kind, blue-haired person who looked exactly like Shizu was really slime. Well, Rimuru tells them the entire story of how Shizu died and asks him to meet her, so even if before, they are sad, but as Rimuru tells them that Shizu thought of them as too reckless and danger-prone, they start quarreling with each other, and the air of sadness dissipates. The party decides to leave to report what they found in the building, and they promise to say great things about this place and the slime who ruled over it. But before going, they want Rimuru to turn into his human form again, so that they can thank Shizu for him. Also, Rimuru notices that their gear is too shoddy, so he decides to give them a farewell gift. The adventurers are overjoyed to receive armor that is way more expensive than they can afford. And they are even happier when they find that the artisans behind them were the world-famous three dwarf brothers and the legendary blacksmith agent. With that, they clone of himself to find that he looks exactly like Shizu and nothing like himself. He's pretty, but there is a confusion in his mind about being a boy or a girl. And now he thinks having a little human whole body won't hurt anyone. But rather than seeing anything good, Rimuru is shocked to find out that he's completely genderless. That was to be expected since he did not have a gender as a shrine. Well, he understands the situation, and as he gets dressed, he asks Alexa what the black smoke that he created his clone. She replies that the black smoke was produced when using magic to create something larger than your size, and that gives Rimuru the idea that he can create an adult version of himself too. So he does that and finds that he's going to look like a handsome man when he grows up. Since he can also freely control his body, he tries to make it masculine, feminine, and stops just before seeing anything. Despite being a virgin for 37 years, he still has enough control over himself to not look at an adult female version of himself that would look exactly like Shizu. But this is true gender fluidity, and if any woke dude tries to lecture you about being gender fluid, ask them if they can do this. After that, Rigger comes to give him a report, and as they talk, Rimuru realizes that since he is a human now, he has a sense of taste and can taste delicious food. He has not tasted anything since his reincarnation, and can only think of the menu as he takes a tour of the village. He tells them to hunt and the surprised Gappo looks at Rimuru's chest and asks if they will also get bigger if he eats a lot. I can't blame him for thinking that, so he gives a roundhouse kick that's implying. But he says that there is no shortage of prey as wild beasts were coming out. He thinks that this was because of the seasonal migration, but Rimuru has some doubts, and he decides to send Ranga along with a hunting party in case they need extra power. He tests out the skill Degenerate, which he got by defeating Shizu. By degenerate, he is not referring to us. It was a skill that could combine different skills to create new ones or disintegrate them into smaller skills. Since it was precious to Shizu, Rimuru decided to an extra skill. Also, the magic. And when Rimuru puts it on, Alexa tells him that completely suppressed to anyone. But then he receives a telepathic message from Ranga, and it seems that there's an emergency. Rimuru runs to the forest to see Gato being slashed by a white swordsman, and the other goblins and wolves are already lying unconscious on the floor. There are two horned men standing before him. One is red and the other is white, and Rimuru has no idea about them, so he will call them by their color for the time being. He moves to attack them, fighting two others of the same kind, but as he is about to get close for a big attack, a wall of blue fire cast by yet another girl of the same species, who we can call Pink, stops him. Rigger is fighting a woman too, and Rimuru calls him back after he has been united with Ranga. They apologize because they could not repair the group, but their opponents were strong, and one of them could use his magic. The six horned people have assembled, and Rigger says that they were ogres, one of the more powerful species that lived in the forest. They do not look like the ogres Rimuru has seen in movies and games. They look more sophisticated
Pause it once.
than Japanese swordsmen.
Huh?
Pause
He
it
tries
once.
to talk with them, believing that there is no need to fight.
Wait,
The
what?
ogres are stronger than the goblins.
No. I almost died. Give me a second.
And the rest of the group is with magic. But as he is thinking about rationally sorting this out, the ogres start cursing him, calling him a demon, and asking him to reveal his true self. Their prince and leader, Red, is especially aggressive and says that no normal human could enslave so many monsters because his identity was already given away by his mask. Rimuru wants to explain things, but Red has no plan of listening to him, only convinced that he was involved in the recent attack on the village. Now that he has no chance but to fight, Rimuru has to take on big guy is about to attack him, he uses paralysis breath to send him to sleep. And then the unnamed woman attacks him from behind, and he dodges that attack, only to look back and be distracted by her huge assets. But even then, he uses sealed threads to tie her down before the assassin-type guy attacks him. He shatters his sword with his skilled body armor, and then sends him flying with one punch. Now only red and white are remaining. Swordsman names every skill Rimuru just used along with the creature he obtained it from and warns Red that he may have more skills. Rimuru thinks that the old dude is a serious problem, but he just wants to talk to them now that they have seen his power, and he says that they should stop fighting. He's even more certain now that Rimuru was a friend of the orcs that defeated his people, and he is certain that he was one of the demons involved in that conspiracy. Rimuru tries to clear the confusion with Red, but then suddenly, the old man launches a sneak attack and slashes him, and he gets quick enough to lose only an arm instead of his head. The old man got under his magic sense and broke his defenses to cut his arm, but he is still not satisfied with that result. Now Red thinks that they have a clear chance of winning, and he says some nice words that sum up to Pride House.
Dawn Power Wash has 3 cleaning research traditional dish soaps. It's one soap. It's Power Wash.
But Rimuru just picks up his severed hand, absorbs it from one side, and then instantly regenerates what he has lost, asking the ogres if they still think they can win. Red uses his special attack Ogre Flame on him, but Rimuru is fire resistant and walks out of it. He commends the ogres, saying that he underestimated them and will now show a trailer of his strength. He takes off his mask and releases his terrifying aura before showing off his newly found skill, Black Flame. He releases a tornado of black flame, shocking everyone, and the pink says that the flame was being created for his own power, and the size of the flames tells the size of the man. It is black. Of course, it will be huge. But Rimuru is not satisfied with just this, and he shows them another one of his skills, his black lightning to crush a huge stone. He asks the ogres if they are scared now, or if they still want to fight, and Red appears to be nervous now. White asks him to take the princess and run away, while he stays back and takes care of this. But Red is the leader, and he does not take orders from anyone. He admits that he is no match for Rimuru, but as the leader of the ogres, it is his duty to avenge his fallen people, and so he will fight to death even if he has no chance of winning. Rimuru's plan of intimidating them has backfired, but before Red can do anything stupid, his sister Pink stands in front of him, saying that they might be making a mistake. She explains that this must not be the same demon who was responsible for the fate of their village. He was powerful enough to destroy them all on his own, and he would not need to rely on the orcs to do the dirty work. Red listens to his sister and finally asks Rimuru who he is. He reveals that he's just a slime. He transforms into his true form, gets on Ranga's back, and then shows the ogres that his mask is not the same as their attackers. The ogres are finally mastered their mistake, and Red uses it for Rimuru to apologize. The matter is sorted out, and the slime and the village is they have their reservations, but he replies that since no one was found, all good. After taking care of his injuries and hunting for the beast, Rimuru heads back to the village with the ogres and goblins. He asks Red what his name is, and he replies that no one knows as a name, making Rimuru realize he's easy to forget how monsters don't have names in this world. The party starts at night, and the first dish is presented to Rimuru as the goblins reaction. And as he takes a bite from the dish that looks like a katana, he is greatly pleased and happy. This was the first time he had tasted anything since coming to this world, and he thinks that life is finally worth living now. Everyone is enjoying themselves, and Rigger, and Cajun are sitting with the others, listening to their sad story. They were attacked by orcs, and by the logic of this world, it was impossible. Orcs were pig-like species who were much weaker than ogres. It was unthinkable for them to wage war on anyone stronger than them. But they attacked and set the ogre village on fire at night. They had an entire army that was wearing full plate armor and carrying weapons. There was a powerful masked demon with the orcs, and that is why the ogres fought Rimuru, mistaking him for the demon. The greatest possibility was that the orcs had become allied with the demon lord, and the outcome was that out of 300 ogres, only 6 remained. Rimuru has also heard of all this, and he comes to the group to ask Red what he plans on doing now. Red can only think of revenge right now and wants to develop his group's strength to find the orcs and the demon, but he has no clue where to begin his search. Rimuru realizes that the leader of the ogres has no plan, therefore he puts forth his suggestion. He asks them if they would be interested in becoming his subordinates. He plans to provide them with food and shelter at the very least. Red asks if allying with them would not put the goblin village at risk. Rimuru replies that this was another thing he was thinking about. If thousands of orcs were attacking villages, it was possible that they would sooner or later. That is why care of him. He finds that two small slimes are resting on his slime body. He's still half asleep and asks the girls who they are while trying to figure out what happened. Suddenly, the overprint greets him and informs him that he's evolved into a pigeon after being named Minomaru. Now Rimuru remembers that he felt unconscious just as he named the ogres, asks Alexa about pigeons, and finds out that they were a rare subspecies born among the ogres. That is good news, and Rimuru finds that the was formerly red, looks smaller, but more powerful now. The ogre Princess Pink is now named Shuna, and he finds that she's growing even cuter. The ogre woman holding him is Cheyenne, and he already likes two big things about her personality. Behind Ben is the old white man who cut off Rimuru's hand. His name is Hackero. He also looks quite younger now. And then there is Sui, the assassin. Alexa tells Rimuru that naming a superior monster consumed an even larger amount of magic, and that is why he collapsed after naming just 6 ogres. The 6th ogre, Kuro, had already become Kaijin's apprentice, and when Rimuru, our hero, is relieved to see that he is the only normal-looking guy among all the attractive faces. And that is the thing that resonates with Rimuru, who once used to look quite average too. Rimuru is watching as Haku trains the young goblins in swordsmanship, and he's a tough coach who beats the living daylights out of his students. And this was all thanks to Gapta, who excitedly said that he wanted to learn how to use a sword. He is also discussing with Ben about the Orc Lord, a unique monster born among the orcs once every few centuries. This might be a bit of an exaggeration, but it was said that an Orc Lord could command the fear of his allies, making him the most effective leader. And since the orcs that attacked his village did not care about the deaths of their allies, Ben is convinced that an Orc Lord was leading them. Rimuru asks if there could be any other reason for them being attacked, and Ben replies that a few months ago, shady demons appeared in the village and but it looked like a spider, so he refused to eat it. Telling him to double it and give it to the next person. The masked demon left the village after this, and Ben thinks that the demon may be settling a grudge against him, but he could not have taken the name from any unreliable master. Rimuru is flattered and asks the name of the demon, but Ben does not even remember it, and soon the shadows to say that it was Gelman. After giving it some thought, Rimuru remembers that Gelman was the demon that his brother his name. He remembers that the guy just roams around the world trying to kill monsters, and he feels that it is some weird hobby. Sue is here with some important news about spotting lizardmen, another of the stronger species living in the marshy areas of the forest. He had seen him go to the nearby goblin village for negotiations, and he feels that they may come here too. After a few days of joining under him, the ogres have become well ingrained in the system of the village. Schumann is telling the dwarf brothers who are carrying Rimuru inside their workshop. She declared herself a secretary, and since she liked the part, Rimuru let her keep the job. But it might have created a rift between the two pigeon beauties, both of whom want to spend a lot of time with Rimuru. They practically stretch him like a ball of pizza dough as Garm and his brothers watch two women fight over a man who is not even of the same species as them. But he somehow manages to satisfy both. Cheyenne takes Rimuru to the dining hall where Ben and friends are already sitting, and as they hear that Cheyenne has prepared dinner for him, some past traumas become fresh in their minds and soon he runs away, saying that he has to scout the nearby areas. Rimuru takes his human form and seeing Ben sweat, he wonders if Cheyenne is not good at cooking something contagious. And as she brings out her dish, which looks like it came from a soup, he realizes that he was right. Wait a minute, guys. I feel like throwing up after seeing that. Shen insists Rimuru start eating immediately, and Ben does not even look towards him, while Haku has completely erased his presence so that he's not even seen. And as he gets feeble, thinking that at least he will not die from this, he imagines the horrible excuse for not starting again. He's sweating and asks Alexa for help, and she tells him to close his eyes and thrust the spoon to his right if he does not want to die. Rimuru does what he is told and thrusts the spoon to his right, only to find that he put it in Gapta's mouth, who coincidentally happens to be near him. The dish is as horrible as it looks, and Gapta chokes, screaming in pain, turns purple, and faints as his mouth foams. Rest in peace, little goblin. And now, Rimuru tells Cheyenne that the next time she makes food, she must get Ben to taste it and approve it. And he hopes that the overleader does a good job so that they suffer no more casualties like this. I would like to see Gordon Ramsay taste her cooking and give his honest views. Then he goes to check up on Kaijin and his Cajun apprentice, but they are too busy talking about their job that he gets no time to get into their conversation. But then Rigger comes and rescues Rimuru as he tells him about an envoy of the lizardmen who come to see him, and the evolved ogres join him on the way. Rimuru reaches the lizardmen outside their village. They begin their military routine and announce the entry of their leader, a young, proud, flashy, and rather gullible lizard man named Gabiru. He gives out what he thinks is an impressive intro and says that the goblins will now have the honor to work under him, the named lizardman and the future chief of his tribe. Rimuru is annoyed and Shine is even more annoyed than him and squeezes him hard. He tells her to stop offering his position. I would enjoy it until the moment I pass out. The Gerd says that this request is too sudden, but Gabe acts arrogant as he tells them about the threat of the orc army invading the forest. He says that he would protect the weaklings from them. Then he sees the macho Riggerd, two awesome-looking ogres from the voluptuous beauty, which has the greatest impact on him. Gabe talks with his soldiers, and they don't think that there is a goblin or weakling in the village. Rimuru thinks that allying with the lizardmen will be beneficial to both of them. But looking at the Vane and Void, he's starting to have doubts. Having friends like him is even worse than having powerful enemies. Now Gabe changes his strategy and says that he has heard of the goblins who came to dire wolves, and he will make them officers in his army. Cheyenne is really irritated now, and Ben smiles as he seeks Rimuru's permission to kill the silly reptiles. Rimuru somehow stops him from getting violent and tells the lizard man that he was the one who made the wolves into their allies. Gabe laughs, saying that it's a funny joke that Rimuru summoned the wolves to show the arrogant lizard man size and uses his skill of menace to terrify the lizards, and then asks who is that lizard. That's what she said. Rimuru replies that mid-size is more useful for places like this where the beautiful eyes and soft fur. He tells the wolf that it was a magnificent but by slime and and he says that he will defeat the clever and evil slime and fool the wolf to make him an ally. His men start cheering him on, and he enjoys his 15 seconds of fame as Renga grows furious that some random lizard insulted his master. He's about to eat some lizard meat when Gopta suddenly comes falling over to their place. I thought he was dead, and so did Rimuru and others. And Gopta just casually tells them that of course he was alive. Alexa analyzes him and tells Rimuru that to neutralize the effect of Shine's cooking, the goblin gained the poison resistance skill, and the slime is impressed because even he does not have poison resistance. Gopta is flattered, but he has no time to boast as Renga picks him up and puts him in front of Gabe, saying that if he could defeat him, he would consider his offer. Rimuru is impressed and thinks that the wolf did the right thing. If he fought himself, the poor lizard would die instantly. Gabe is overconfident and taunts Rimuru, who tells Gopta to give him the wall. If he wins, he will get a custom-made weapon, and if he loses, he will have to eat Shan's cooking. Well, the punishment is more motivating than the reward, and Gopta goes Super Saiyan to avoid it. The wolf is fighting dragons, and they will never lose to mere hobgoblins. But while he talks, Gopta does not waste a moment.
Let's go.
Gabe barely dodges the spear and counterattacks, but the goblin is nowhere to be found. And as the lizard wonders where the back of his neck.
Dude, that's why I hate skeletons. They're so annoying because of that. Let me at least get my shit back, you dumb ass.
The lizards have been leader and Rimuru tells them that they would help them fight against the orcs, but they were not going to serve under any back to the more humiliation. Now Rimuru also has to think of what their plan would be now, and it seems he has to do it sooner than expected. Stowe saw an army of 200,000 orcs moving along the nearby river, and he estimates that they were going to attack the lizardmen's territory soon. Rimuru is surprised by the large number and asks his underlings what the orcs' motive could be. Pigeon says that orcs were a pretty dumb species, and it was possible that someone else was pulling the strings behind this invasion. Rimuru agrees, saying that there could be a demon lord behind this, and a prime suspect is the demon named Yod, who had beef with the orcs. He himself wants it to be a demon lord so that he can get closer to the man who made his dear Shiryu suffer. Ben replies that even if there is no demon lord backing the orcs, they at least have an orc lord united. Only such a legendary monster could lead such a large army of orcs. But as they are in the middle of the discussion, Sue receives a report from one of the clones saying that a dryad wanted to meet with him. Although Rimuru was initially not planning to meet anyone, he had seen the dryad was a spirit and then he gave him a comment, and he did not waste a single moment to invite her in. A has not met any humans for a long time. She is also quite polite and cordial and greets Rimuru and understands. She has come here with a request. She wants Rimuru to defeat the Orc Lord. She descends gracefully from the table, and Rimuru is a little hesitant to accept her request. But then Ben comes ahead and tells the Dryad that she was making quite a selfish request for a complete stranger. He asks her why she is here, telling her that there are other species that are much stronger. Trey says that she knows it and would have gone to the Ogre village if all of them were alive. But even then, she could not ignore the existence of Rimuru, who was probably the strongest being in the entire forest region right now. She says that if some of the Dryads attack the Orc Lord, they will have no means to defend themselves of their own, which is why she's come to ask for a request from someone strong. Rimuru replies that they only had a theory that the Orc Lord was warm, but the Dryads know everything that happens inside the forest, and thus Trey can confirm that there is an Orc Lord. Rimuru tells her that he will give his answer after properly considering everything and gathering more information, and Trey has no issues with that. She may really not be as introverted as I initially thought, because she's really comfortable at the meeting table, and Lizard and Cajun are anxious to get her. Rimuru continues the meeting and asks if anyone knows what the Orcs could be after, and Shuna has an idea. She asks Sue to tell the table about what he found when he investigated their village, and he replies that he found no corpse there. Not a single ogre or even orc dead body was found, and that was how the orcs were keeping their gigantic armies fed. Rimuru does not understand what they meant, and Trey says that it was the unique skill of the Orc Lord Star. The effect of the unique skill reached all the orcs under the Lord, and like orcs, they devoured anything they found. They did not spare even their own fallen comrades. And on top of that, they gained the strength and abilities of everything they consumed and grew more powerful than they ate. Star was similar to the skill of Predator, but it came with a side effect. The orcs were always hungry.
Dude, I'm so annoyed right now.
Everything and destroying entire ecosystems. Rimuru realizes that the orcs were not hunting for dominance, but for power, and he declares that his village is not safe at this rate. They had hobgoblins, pigeons, and tempest wolves, all of whom were meals the power-hungry orcs could not resist. And Ben remarks that the strongest slime in the world was more appetizing to the orcs than anything else. Trey has more to tell them. She says that there was a certain demon who worked under a demon lord and was helping the orcs. And it was someone Rimuru and his friends were interested in. He thinks that Trey was much more shrewd and tactful than she looked, and now she again requests that he defeat the Orc Lord on her behalf. Rimuru is not sure anything about what she thinks of the Dryad. Alexa says that the Dryads were the guardians of the forest and were known to be the judgment of villains, so Trey can be trusted. As he's thinking about fighting the 200,000 orcs, Cheyenne suddenly hugs him and says that of course he was going to fight the Lord could match their master. Rimuru is a bit embarrassed because he doesn't understand the too. He declares that they will fight against the orcs, and all the underlings are ready to join him. But after acting so cool, he feels nervous, thinking about what would happen if they lost. He suggests that they form an alliance with the Lizardmen, but their representative looked like an idiot that they could not rely on. He wants to talk to someone more responsible, and Sue asks for his permission to talk to the chief of the Lizardmen on his behalf. Seeing the handsome man so confident, Rimuru has a moment of doubt about which Jet he likes. But then he calms his emotions and orders Sue to carry on with his plan. The fight was taking place in marshlands, and it was vital to receive help from Lizardmen as they were fighting in their territory. And as Sue leaves, Rimuru hopes that the chief of Lizardmen is not an idiot. And luckily, the chief of the Lizardmen is a proud, wise, and charismatic leader who is Gabe's father. He is accompanied by his daughter, who is also the captain of the Royal Guards. When Sue intrudes on their property, but since he is for them to handle and comes in peace, the chief respectfully allows him to state the message he is carrying. Sue tells the Lizard Chief about his master, Rimuru's purpose, and how he was going to kill the Orc Lord on the personal request of the Dryad. For that, he wanted to form an alliance with the Lizard. Otherwise, King seriously, one of the guards aerially insulted Rimuru, and Sue was ready to behead him. But the chief apologizes and lets
This
him
little
go.
bitch.
He knows that a person who became an ogre and allowed him to evolve was no ordinary being, and thus agrees
Oh,
to
those
form an
little
alliance after
bitches.
personally meeting Rimuru. Sue says that this was fine, and he tells the Lizard Chief that they will meet him here in 1 week.
Nuh-uh, you can't steal my stuff and get away from
The chief
Get away
understands
with
that
it.
he can faith in Rimuru without knowing him, but his plan is foiled when Gabe returns home after being encouraged by a demon named Laplace to take the position of leader for Gabe's dad, who has lost his touch. Being placing his dad and sister under arrest and deciding to wage war against the orcs as the leader of the Lizardmen. But the problem is that he has no idea about the real horror of the Orc Lord's power. Rimuru his team ride to the marshlands to aid the Lizardmen in the war against the orcs. Among his companions are Ben, Haku, Cheyenne, Sue, and Ranga, as well as the Goblin Riders with Goblin as their captain. They have left Rigard and others back at the village to flee in case they lose. As they are riding, Sue informs Rimuru that he has spotted the captain of the Lizardmen Chief's guards fighting against a group of orcs, and he asks him for instructions. Rimuru asks him if he can win, and the handsome kid has no doubt about his ability, so he gets to go ahead. Rimuru tells his fellow riders that they are going to join Sue in battle, but by the time they reach the site, all the orcs are dead, and he is tending to the lizard women. She is seriously injured, but Rimuru heals her using his magic potions and then introduces himself. As soon as she hears the name of the lizard girl, she is her father and her brother Gabe. She explains that Gabe had staged a rebellion, taken the throne of the chief, and was now fighting an all-out war against the orcs. But he was an idiot with half knowledge who did not even know about true power. She definitely had potential. And before Rimuru gets a chance to say anything, she has already acknowledges the chief's daughter as his official representative and forms an alliance with her on the spot. Rimuru orders Sue to rescue the lizardman chief, and it seems that the handsome ninja has more skills that can make his boss jealous. With that, Rimuru rides off with the rest of the soldiers to the battlefield, where Gabe turns out to be a surprisingly good leader. He uses a guerrilla warfare technique where the lizardmen take advantage of their superior mobility to marshland and ambush the orcs. As he orders his soldiers to return, Gabe is horrified at the sight
Dude.
of comrades. That increases their strength, and soon they are able to drag down the lizardmen and consume them too. Gabe
I
orders his
swear
men
if
to
I
immediately
fucking
retreat, and they are
lose
surrounded on all sides
like
by the orcs.
a lot of
The
stuff.
orcs are moving really fast now, and Ben notices that they have webbed feet and scales just like lizards. One lizard soldier reports that this change happened just after they
no.
fought the lizard soldier.
Okay.
The hard situation he is in. But like a good commander, he takes charge. He tells them to maintain close formation while keeping the goblins that have allied with them in the center. He ignites the confidence of his soldiers even as the menacing horde of orcs comes closer. Then they all stop, and a huge armor orc with a terrifying orc steps in front of them. Gabe thinks that he is the Orc Lord, and he challenges him to a duel. But the Orc replies that he is only an Orc General and far inferior to the Orc Lord in terms of strength. Now the Lizard Chief is nervous as he wonders what kind of monster the Orc Lord will be, but he still proudly takes up the offer to face the General one-on-one. He is weaker than the Orc General, but still manages to fight well with the help of his father's trident, the Vortex Spear. But the Orc has a far more terrifying skill set than him, and Gabe barely dodges his attack. His men cheer him on, and Gabe fights back with terrifying intensity, managing to surprise the Orc General, but still failing to land a decisive blow. Now he has lost all his strength, and as he is on the ground, the Orc General strikes down to kill him. But Gabe's life is saved by Gata, who comes and fends off the attack of the Orc. Gabe thinks that Gata is actually the leader of the Hobgoblin village, as he still cannot accept that he lost to just an ordinary Hobgoblin. Gata thinks that the lizard has gone crazy, but there are more important things to deal with now. He and Ranga are here to help the lizardmen fight against the orcs on Rimuru's order. The Orc General is angry and by standing his way, he will take them out, but before he even completes his sentence, giant explosions of black flame rattle the battlefield and defeat thousands of orcs at once. That was Ben's doing, and he was getting revenge on the pigs for destroying their village. And Rimuru is just watching his underlings create chaos and getting amazed at the power they have thanks to him. The Orc General thinks that no matter what he had, they were no match for the orcs. And in his confidence, he makes the mistake of insulting Rimuru before Ranga, who decides to show the orcs his real power. He unleashes his wide-range attack, a powerful thunderstorm called a Death Storm, showing why he was a tempest wolf. Black tornadoes pick up and fling the orcs to their deaths, and the Orc General is turned into dust with one hit of black lightning. And then Ranga rolls into a Tempest Star wolf and gets hit in the horn. He tells the orcs that this is the power of his master, who they dare to mock. But there is only dust and ash in front of him.
Mr. Clean Magic erase your powers through tough messes. Makes it look like I spent hours cleaning. No, I didn't.
On the other locations in the battlefield, Ben is spamming the giant attacks like he has limitless magic, and Haku is slashing his way through the hordes of orcs like he's mowing his lawn on a Sunday morning. And with just one swing of her sword, Cheyenne creates a small canyon on the battlefield and cheerfully waves to Rimuru. He likes it. Rimuru thinks that having the Kijins by his side was a great advantage, and he wonders what Su is doing. He has also completed his mission and rescued the lizard chief and killed all the orcs in his way, and the way he does it makes every lizard's jaw drop. He even threatens the man behind the orcs, who is watching him through a crystal ball, that after his pig servants are done, he will be next. Now that most of the orcs have been killed, the final boss comes out, and Rimuru identifies him from a distance. The orc lord is as big as the generals, and his catchphrase is, "I'm hungry." If you're hungry, grab a kicker, my man. And as Rimuru puts on his magic-suppressing mask, he swears to the orc lord. But as he prepares to get down, he hears a missile coming towards him and he dodges it. Not a missile. It was a person, Stephen Gumlet, who wears a cheap-played doctor mask and is like a frustrated elementary school teacher whose students hate him. He lashes out at Rimuru, asking him and his underlings to dare disrupt his plans and stop the He spent all his time roaming the forest, giving names to all kinds of monsters and sowing the seeds of becoming a demon lord in them so that he could create the ultimate pawn. The Kijins are furious. This was the reason Joan approached them and later destroyed their village. He explains upon seeing the life named him. He does not know anything but thinks that Joan was here to help them. When the demon's ultimate idiot and tells him to get eaten by the orc lord already, he's left speechless. Joan orders the orc lord to stop wasting time and gobble up everyone, but the orc is curious about the whole evolving into a demon lord business. The frustrated demon explains to him that the orc lord was a disaster after becoming a demon lord and would rule the forest. That is what he and his boss want. And even though Jelma was told not to interfere with the fight, he thinks he has no choice and attacks Gabe, who survives because his loyal soldiers shoot him from the attack. The lizard starts crying at the sacrifice of his friends, and Jelma attacks him with an even stronger attack, telling him to become nourishment for the orc lord once in a while. But Rimuru stands before Gabe and consumes the attack using his predator skill. He then taunts the masked demon, saying that he couldn't kill a fly with that attack. Gabe has finally realized that he is the great and benevolent slime ruler of the hobgoblins and receives healing potions to help his friends. Now Rimuru decides to face Jelma and ties him with the steel threads. His opinion of Gabe has improved and he hits the demon a few times on his behalf too. Jelma calls himself a superior demon, but after a few hits he changes his arrogant tone and starts threatening Rimuru. He will not tolerate this. Rimuru asks him to tell him the name of his boss so he can beat him down too. Jelma starts walking while the demon rejoices, thinking that now his lackey would do the fighting. But instead of that, the orc lord kills and eats him to satisfy his hunger. It seems Gelman's plan will succeed after all, as after eating him, Gelb transforms into a demon lord just like he wanted. He won, but at what cost? Gelb has become the demon lord orc disaster, and now Rimuru cannot just sit back and watch. He has to kill the orc before he really brings a disaster upon the forest. But before he can get a taste of battle, the Kijins attack the orcs to settle their score. Cheyenne attacks first, and she is just a decoy for Haku to take the orc disaster's head. But even that is not enough to take him down, as he attaches him using some mucus-like fluid, and a healing power would put Deadpool and Wolverine to shame. The Kijins have not given up yet, and Sue encloses Gelb in a prison of threads, while Ben uses his Hellfire to take him down. And to finish things, Ranga uses his Black Lightning attack and runs out of magic with that. But it seems that even after all those...
Oh, by the way, I'm probably gonna go upward.
As Rimuru and his subordinates are shocked at this, they witness one of Geld's generals offering his body to him, and he consumes it to gain more power and heal from the burns he just got. He is still not full and uses the attack he got after consuming Gelbit to kill everyone in his sight, but Rimuru consumes it yet again. And then he tells everyone to leave the fight to him now. And even after saying that he is going to rely on someone else to fight his battle, he tells Alexa to defeat Gelb. She takes over his body, creating auto-battle mode. So the Great Sage is not only Alexa, but she is also like Iron Man's Jarvis, and it seems she is more capable at fighting than Rimuru, as she dodges the attacks of the orc disaster, and inflicts a wound on him using the black flame so he does not even regenerate. He notices it too, and he tears off to regenerate from his shoulder. Gelb gets on the offensive now and attacks Rimuru from all sides, yet thanks to Alexa, he easily devours his attacks and then lets him capture him. That was done to activate the skill Flare Circle he got from Ifrit. That does some damage to Gelb, but he quickly achieves immunity to fire attacks, and Rimuru tells Alexa that he will take over the fight now and consoles her so that she does not sulk at him like an upset girlfriend. He then tells Gelb that he would have been lucky if he got burned to death, because now he will face an even more terrible death. He says that he has acknowledged the orc as an enemy and will take him seriously now. Geld laughs, saying that there's nothing he can do and that he's going to be eaten now. But Rimuru tells him that he was going to continue. He reveals his true nature as a slime that covers Geld's body, telling him that he was not the only one who had a great hunger. They enter an eating contest where the one who eats his opponent first wins, and it soon becomes a fight between Rimuru's predator and the orc's healing abilities. Everyone watches as Geld struggles against Rimuru, and as he is being devoured, Rimuru can see his memories of the events that led the orc here. Before being named, Geld was the chief of an orc tribe. A severe drought in his region and to feed starving children, he went so far as to sacrifice limbs for them because his people were dead. Even as his eldest son requests that he stop starving himself, the orc leader says he will always grow back the parts he lost, but the children he was just born should not be left to die. And then he departed for the great forest of Jura to kill any food. But he starved on the way to the forest, and as he felt unconscious, Geld approached him, offering him a name and food. Despite the fact that he was just being named, Geld took his health. And now he tells Rimuru that no matter what, he cannot be consumed for the sake of his own species. Rimuru has already won the battle outside and tells Geld that he has lost and will now be eaten. Geld resists, saying that if he dies, his people will have to bear the burden of his sins. He cannot allow that to happen, and he will take on the entire hunger of his people just so that they do not starve. But Rimuru tells him not to worry. He will devour his sin and those of his people too. Rimuru has completely consumed Geld, and before he is turned into nothingness, he shows the orc a vision of a land of plenty, with the laughter of children being heard in the distance. Geld gets on his knees and weeps as he thanks Rimuru for eating his sins and finally satisfying him. You have my respect, Mr. Geld. Then Alexa tells him that all signs of Geld have vanished, and Rimuru releases his giant slime form to turn into a human once again. Just as the orc disaster has eaten the effective unique skin, starved his people vanishes and return into normal orcs once again in a invasion. Everyone cheers for Rimuru, and even the orcs are glad that their king has been freed from his curse. Now that they have defeated the common enemy and the condition of their contract is satisfied, Rimuru tells the Kidges that they are free to choose their own path now. But they have grown fond of their master.
You're being a big fart. That's my game.
After 5 years of battling terminal cancer, Karaku's last flame of life was extinct, and his soul entered the heavenly realm, having lived 39 years filled with betrayal and suffering. The god of the world apologized for accidentally giving him such a horrible life. So to make up for his blunder, the god will give him a second life with a healthy body, and promises to grant him any wish. The only thing Karaku's ever desired was to be reborn as a farmer in a secluded area, wanting to aid him in his journey. God gave him the most overpowered tool in this universe, the almighty farming tool. With a single tap, his flame burns brightly once more, and Karaku wakes up in the middle of the forest. As he moves his body for the first time in years, he realizes that this is everything he's ever wished for, and with the almighty farming tool appearing in his hand, he begins using it to tend the ground. While cultivating the field, he notices that he never feels tired using the tool. Still, he needed to find a nice area for his farm, so he searched the entire forest until he found a giant tree to call home. There were no rivers or ponds anywhere in the forest, so to quench his thirst, Karaku decided to dig a well for some water. His almighty farming tool transformed into a shovel and allowed him to dig deep into the earth until a puddle of water started forming. With the source of water secured, he began clearing the land until he found also and Galatae. She's come to find Lou because there's a bounty on her head. She was constantly researching different concoctions and kept blowing up the kingdom whenever something didn't go her way. Who reveals this was the reason she was in the middle of the forest on that day. Lou goes on to show her around the farm. Cabbage out. After cutting, she prepared it as a meal and sprinkled some salt before handing it to her. After a long day of farming, she tried strawberries. Make a strawberry tea time and biting her mom can't handle strawberry cream pie. She asks for more strawberries. Rocky noticed Kiro's new clothes and decided to at the same time, Tia leaving for a while and started flying away. A few days later, Tia more girls to add to the harem. There are plots, and all of them introduced. They're also all related. So Winston revealed this plot. Araku wonders why there aren't. And Tia reveals the sad reality. Their entire male population, and they've been roaming the woods until now. Their only wish is to help them out. Population increasing. Araku began building them a house for all of them to live together. Their skills in construction and woodworking allowed them to build a house within just 10 days, and they thought it much nicer than Araku's third chest. However, at the very least, she could that in their space they could feel safe. As the days passed, the Elf Leader wants to thank him for letting them stay here by mining the blacksmithing ship, so they begin building a furnace in the earth. After processing the iron, Araku sees the metal pots they've created, and they tell him that they can do all kinds of things after living in the water for 200 years. Still, the only thing they've been able to do is to settle down and reproduce. Araku thought on development. One day, the girls noticed that he has a giant wheat field, and one of them asked him if she could make some bread, telling him she has the rarest wheat in the land. Araku was excited, so the girls began baking bread and turned it into breadsticks for Araku to try out. At the same time, they all wondered if Araku's plot is this long and tasty. Now that he's finally able to make some bread, he would like to expand the wheat fields. He realizes that their expansion is starting to get out of control. He asks Lou who owns the land, and she tells him that while nobody owns it, it's probably under the Demon Lord's control. However, since he created all of this land without support, this land belongs to Araku. At night, the girls gather and wonder how Araku's been able to tame the inferno wolves and the demon spider. Even these crops shouldn't be able to grow in this soil, and they begin wondering why he doesn't know much about their world. And at the same time, Araku's realized that he hasn't been building the waterway in the wintertime, so he decides to make it tomorrow's mission. In the morning, Araku sees statues pointing toward the queen, and Araku decides to build a bee house for them to create honey for him. He spends the entire afternoon preparing a reservoir. They began mass-producing the concrete waterway. The elf girls bent over to make sure that all of them were placed in the correct spot, while they focused on doing the hard things. the rice was ready. They have an entire waterway built. He decided to begin building a rice paddy with the mountains. After mending the ground for hours, Hiraku released all of the girls' floodgates. Sorry, I meant he released the floodgates and asked all of the girls for their help. All of the other girls started getting wet and Leah didn't like the slimy liquid. Together, they all bent over and planted all of the rice plants. A few days later, all the plants were ready for harvest, and Hiraku put them up for drying. Leah was impressed that he knew all of this, but Hiraku's grateful that he always watched a farming idol before he died of cancer. Once all the plants were dried up, Hiraku used his farming tool to create a thresher and showed them how to harvest the rice. The girls saw all the work it took to prepare the rice and wondered if he was finally done. But Hiraku revealed that there's one more step. He prepared to cook the rice and asked her to use her magic to light up the fire. So she prepared to release her ultimate blast to burn everything to smithereens. But he told her to calm down, disappointing her. With a small flame, Hiraku cooked the rice until it was finally ready. Then he announced the rice balls for the girls to taste. Who decided to take a bite? The girls thought it was disgusting and regretted doing all that work this whole time. But Hiraku knew they were lying when all of the rice was gone. He decided to expand the rice farm, and all the girls began cleaning up after they were done. How the fuck does that even happen? Hiraku sees how they can all clean themselves with magic, and wishes he had a bath to clean up. Since he's finally built a farm, he decided to build a bath, and showed the girls his blueprints for how he was going to design the plumbing. The girls wondered why they would do all this if they could just swim in the river, but Hiraku reminded them that they would freeze in the winter. Plus, he really wanted a bath for health and totally unfair without any flaws. The girls began building a furnace to warm the water and created the biggest possible
Pencil.
bath. Everything was going great.
Because the tip on my other one broke. Okay, there we go.
That slimes could take care of purifying the water, but Hiraku wondered if they were the dangerous monsters that destroyed adventurers. Tia has no idea what he's talking about, so she flew away and brought some slime for him. He placed a few of them in the water purification area and inside the bathroom. Just like that, their wastewater problem was solved, so he began grabbing firewood to burn. But one of them had mushrooms growing on it. He'd been weary of mushrooms this entire time since they might be poisonous, but all of the girls thought it was safe and wanted to eat all of them. So Hiraku began preparing some logs for mushroom growth. By sunset, Hiraku had finally completed the bath and tried explaining it to the girls, but they wanted to see a hands-on experience. He removed the small protection
Okay,
how it's done. But the girls
that's it for
with ribbon, so they all removed their
this
clothes and
video.
decided to join it.
Bye, people.
Perfectly fine for all of
By
them.
the way, every video I make is gonna be like an hour long like this, so
Following morning, Hiraku
yeah.
saw all of the edible mushrooms that were grown.
Bye.